Just say yes and that's it. Alice pressed her hands angrily against the mirror and said this sentence to the mirror. She looked away from the mirror and threw her gaze to the ground. She put her hand to her chest and clenched her heart. Tears formed in her eyes. Under her breath, she said, "Why won't this thought leave me alone? Why won't this pain leave me alone?" Tears flowed down her cheeks and she wiped them away from her face. Her phone rang. It was her friend calling to remind her of their cafe meeting. Alice got ready and left the house. Along the way, Alice sat next to a tree for a while. Going to the cafe for Alice was like drinking the sea, the idea that she could remember Aiden by thinking about the cafe and change the past in her imagination. But only in her imagination, so she kept imagining and daydreaming until her grief drowned in the salty sea. A suffocation without death. An eternal suffocation. Every morning waking up is truly a miracle. As Alice rested her chin on her hand and looked out the cafe window, this sentence sparked in her mind. In front of the cafe, dozens of people passed by like a herd of animals. Alice's friend had not yet arrived. Alice absent-mindedly ordered a tea, added sugar to it, and drank it. The sweetness of the tea distracted Alice from her thoughts. Alice did not continue to drink the tea and put it aside. As the sweetness left her mouth, the bitterness of her thoughts returned. It was in this cafe that Aiden confessed his love to Alice. But Alice rejected him. Aiden calmly put his head down and left. The next day, Aiden was found dead of natural causes. In those days, Alice looked at Aiden like a beautiful dress in a shop window, seemingly beautiful from afar, but in reality, it did not fit her without even giving him a chance. After Aiden's death, Alice did not feel guilty, but she thought a lot about Aiden and what could have happened if she gave him a chance. This thought rooted itself so deeply in her mind that the only suitable dress for her seemed to be the dress in the window. She loved Aiden madly. Alice's phone rang, and she opened her bag to find it, but there was no trace of the phone. Alice realized that the sound of her phone was coming from the entire cafe, and suddenly, she found herself next to her own tree, apparently asleep. The phone was in her hand, and her friend had called. Alice wanted to answer, but she realized something was written on the trunk of the tree: A for Alice, A for Aiden.